Welcome to So Happiness, where we explore the depths of human emotions, unraveling the intricate tapestry of our inner worlds. In today's journey, we delve into the shadows that reside within us all. Before we embark, take a moment to breathe, to center yourself, and to prepare for a voyage into the heart of our collective experience. Remember, each story we share is a mirror, reflecting the universal truths that connect us. Let's begin. And now, Chapter 2, The Shadow Within. I sat with my anger long enough until she told me her real name was Grief. Anonymous. These words, stark in their simplicity, hold a profound truth about the human experience. We often encounter emotions that seem straightforward, only to discover they are masks, concealing deeper, more intricate feelings. This is the story of Sophia, a woman who prided herself on her forgiving nature, her ability to move through anger with grace and understanding. Yet, beneath the surface of her carefully constructed world, a storm was brewing, threatening to shatter the image she held of herself. Sophia's journey into the heart of her anger is an invitation for us all. It is a reminder that true strength lies not in denying our shadow side, but in embracing it with courage and compassion. It is in the depths of our vulnerability that we discover the boundless capacity of the human spirit to heal and to love. Sophia had always considered herself a forgiving person. She believed in giving second chances, in extending grace even when it was difficult. Her friends often marveled at her ability to let go of grudges, to meet transgressions with understanding rather than resentment. This capacity for forgiveness, she felt, was a testament to her strength, her ability to rise above pettiness and embrace compassion. Sophia carried this belief system like a shield, protecting herself from the perceived weakness of holding on to anger. She navigated the world with an open heart, quick to forgive and even quicker to forget. This approach to life, while seemingly virtuous, masked a deeper truth that Sophia was yet to uncover. Her forgiveness, while genuine, was often a way to bypass the messy, uncomfortable emotions that simmered beneath the surface. When Sophia decided to renovate her childhood home, she envisioned a joyful project, a chance to create something beautiful with her family. She invited her cousin Marco to help with the construction. Marco, with his easy charm and apparent expertise, seemed like the perfect partner for the endeavor. Sophia, ever trusting, readily agreed to his involvement, unaware that this decision would soon test the very foundation of her carefully cultivated composure. The early days of the renovation were filled with the promise of new beginnings. Sophia, energized by the project, threw herself into the work, her laughter echoing through the half-finished rooms. Marco, too, seemed enthusiastic, full of ideas and plans. Yet, as the weeks turned into months, a subtle shift occurred. Marco's initial enthusiasm waned, replaced by a growing disinterest that began to manifest in small but noticeable ways. What began as minor delays and excuses soon escalated into a pattern of broken promises and shoddy work. Deadlines were missed, materials went unaccounted for, and Marco's once charming demeanor became increasingly unreliable. Sophia, initially dismissive of these issues, found herself growing increasingly frustrated. The renovation, once a source of joy, began to feel like a burden, a constant source of stress and disappointment. As the situation deteriorated, Marco's behavior took a darker turn. He began making excuses for cost overruns, demanding more money from Sophia with increasing aggression. When she questioned his expenses, he lashed out, his words laced with a bitterness that shocked her. Sophia, accustomed to handling conflict with grace, found herself blindsided by her cousin's unexpected hostility. The emotional toll of the situation began to weigh heavily on her, chipping away at her carefully constructed facade of serenity. The anger Sophia had suppressed for so long began to surface, erupting in unexpected bursts of rage. She found herself snapping at loved ones, her patience worn thin by the constant stress of the renovation and Marco's increasingly abusive behavior. The guilt and shame she felt after these outbursts only added to her emotional turmoil, leaving her feeling lost and broken. The woman who had always prided herself on her ability to forgive was now consumed by anger, her thoughts a chaotic whirlwind of resentment and bitterness. Fear gnawed at her, whispering that she was becoming someone she didn't recognize, someone she never wanted to be. The violence of her emotions, so unfamiliar and terrifying, forced Sophia to confront a painful truth. Her carefully constructed world was crumbling, and she was ill-equipped to handle the emotional fallout. Desperate for relief, Sophia sought the help of a therapist, a compassionate woman who specialized in hypnotherapy. In the safe space of the therapist's office, Sophia allowed herself to unravel, her carefully constructed walls of composure crumbling as she shared the details of her ordeal. The therapist, with gentle guidance, suggested they explore the roots of Sophia's anger through metaphorical dialogue, a technique designed to access the subconscious mind. Sophia, initially skeptical, found herself drawn to the idea. She longed to understand the intensity of her rage, to untangle the knot of emotions that had taken root in her heart. As the therapist guided her into a state of deep relaxation, Sophia felt a flicker of hope, a sense that perhaps within the depths of her subconscious lay the answers she so desperately sought. The prospect of confronting her shadow self, while daunting, held the promise of healing, a chance to reclaim her sense of self and find peace amidst the chaos. As Sophia slipped deeper into a hypnotic state, the therapist asked her to visualize her anger. Sophia pictured a young girl, small and fragile, her eyes filled with unshed tears. The therapist encouraged her to engage with the child. "Loneliness," the child whispered, her voice barely audible. "And a sadness so deep it feels like it will swallow me whole." Unmasking the pain. Sophia's anger wasn't just about the renovation or Marco's betrayal. It was a symptom of deeper wounds, years of unprocessed grief and trauma. Her anger was a mask, protecting her from past pain. Sophia's childhood was marked by loss and abandonment. Her father left and her mother struggled with grief. Sophia suppressed her emotions to be the good girl. Echoes of the past. The realization of this deeply ingrained pattern was both liberating and terrifying for Sophia. It allowed her to view her anger with compassion, to understand it as a protector rather than a betrayer, yet it also forced her to confront the sheer magnitude of her unprocessed pain, the years of suppressed grief and loneliness that had been festering beneath the surface. The journey inward, while painful, was ultimately transformative. As Sophia began to acknowledge and process her emotions, she noticed a shift within herself. The intense anger she had been grappling with began to dissipate, replaced by a wave of sadness and a deep well of compassion. This compassion extended not only to herself, but also to Marco. She began to see his actions not as personal attacks, but as cries for help, manifestations of his own unresolved pain. Embracing the shadows. Sophia's journey taught her that anger is not the enemy to be feared, but a messenger to be understood. It is through embracing our shadow side, acknowledging the messy, uncomfortable emotions we often try to suppress, that we truly begin to heal. Sophia's story is a testament to the power of vulnerability, the courage it takes to confront our inner demons and emerge stronger on the other side. The experience transformed Sophia's relationship with herself and the world around her. She learned to set healthier boundaries, to communicate her needs with greater clarity and assertiveness. She discovered that true forgiveness is not about condoning hurtful behavior, but about releasing the grip that anger and resentment hold over our hearts. The light within. As Sophia continued her journey, she discovered that within every shadow lies a flicker of light waiting to be embraced. The darkness she once feared became a canvas for her growth, a space where she could nurture the seeds of resilience and hope. Sophia's story reminds us that healing is not just about confronting pain, but also about recognizing the light that guides us through it. By embracing her shadow, Sophia found the strength to illuminate her path forward. She realized that true healing is about finding balance, about harmonizing the light and dark within us. It is through this balance that we find our true selves, our authentic voices, and our boundless capacity to love and be loved. Sophia's journey is a testament to the transformative power of self-love and acceptance, a reminder that even in our darkest moments, the light within us can shine the brightest. A tapestry of healing. Sophia's journey is a reminder that healing is not a linear process. It is a messy, often chaotic tapestry woven from threads of pain, acceptance, and ultimately love. It is in the depths of our soul that we discover the boundless capacity of the human spirit to heal and to love. By embracing her shadow side, Sophia discovered a strength she never knew she possessed. She learned that true forgiveness begins with forgiving ourselves, with acknowledging that we are all flawed, perfectly imperfect beings doing the best we can with the wounds we carry. Sophia's story is an invitation for us all to extend ourselves the same grace and compassion, to embrace our own shadow side, and to remember that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit has the remarkable capacity to heal, to grow, and to love fiercely, even amidst the broken pieces. Please check out the tool shed in this app for tools to help you on your journey to love and happiness. So Happiness also has a wonderful database of qualified practitioners that can help you on your journey to health and happiness. Thank you for listening.